Let's do the NFL Week 1 schedule real quick. Let's just get real rapid thoughts on all these. So we want to get, are you going to bet it? Are you thinking of betting it against the spread? Is it going to be a contest pick, 5 picks per contest in both Circa Millions and like-minded handicapping contests? Or will it be a survivor play or survivor consideration? How many entries are you going to have in survivor?
And a lean regardless. I think 3.
Okay. I think 3, he says.
At least 2.
All right, let's start. Thursday Night Football, Dallas at Philadelphia, a week from this Thursday now that the preseason is behind us. That's the weird thing with going from 4 preseason games to 3, is that we have this week of nothingness beforehand. Dallas at Philly. Philly's a minus 6.5 point favorite. Play or not a play?
Well, real quick, this is one to monitor whether you like one side or the other, because we just keep bouncing back and forth between that 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7 on this game. Obviously, Micah Parsons, a big storyline heading into this. Gil, I think this would be one, this is, like, I'm going to say this about a few games, but I do week 1, week 2, I take it easy with, I like to bet a lot of teasers. Take it easy with things like that, parlays, stuff like that. I'm usually just betting straight bets. If this was week 5, I think the Eagles would be a great money line parlay look here for me. This will be a pass for me.
I would like to know if Michael Parsons is playing or not before I even think about touching this game. Friday night, Sao Paulo, Kansas City, 3.5 point favorites against the Chargers.
No play, heavy lean to 3.5 though. Catching the 3.5.
Catching
the Chargers,
3.5.
Yeah.
I have no heavy lean either way. Let's go to Sunday. Giants at Skins.
And I'll say probably a millions play for me. If that's the number in millions, Chargers plus 3.5.
Chargers plus 3.5 is a millions play. What are your contest plays? Giants at Washington. Commanders favored by 6. Will Terry McLaurin be there or not? I don't know.
This is I'm liking kind of a frisky dog here in this one.
Giants played Commanders well last year.
Yeah. I have a feeling this could end up as one of those last throw-in millions plays. Will not be a bet for me, but Giants plus the points.
I don't like anything so far.
Giants preseason juggernauts, by the way. You've missed it. I bet them every single week. They came through every week. Giants. Good job.
Did you see the
now
whole,
start losing games because me and Gil both have unders on your window.
You see the whole TJ Hushmanzada thing about the Shador got completely railroaded. The Browns, Stefanski set him up, Shador to fail.
There's like a big thing going on with that, yeah. Speculation that the offensive line was told not to block as well for him.
Oh, my, stop it with this already.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. My little buddy Owen, who led the NFL in preseason rushing week 1 of the preseason, he got released by the Bucs yesterday, right? So after he got his leading NFL rushing yardage league-wide week 1, they only gave him 4 carries in the 4th quarter of game 2, and then he barely touched the ball in game 3. Now, for an undrafted player like Owen, the league does sort of, the way the league is, it's not the way the league is constructed, it's common human corporate things, right? An undrafted player can legitimately, in my eyes, claim it's kind of rigged against me. And by rigged, what it means is, no GM drafted me. So no GM's reputation, or anyone in the front office who advocated drafting a player, their reputation is not on the line with an undrafted free agent. So they're very easily discardable, right?
Right.
But this is not the Shador Sanders story. Shador Sanders did get drafted, albeit later than most people thought he would, right? By far. No one's doing that. Why are people making this stuff up?
I don't have a good answer to that. It's just like, look, because he looked good in one game and then looked bad in another doesn't mean that there's some extreme external outside force that has made that happen. No. He might have just had a bad game and a good game.
And you did get drafted, right? Like, so
the offensive line did let him get sacked 5 times.
Someone would look good if you looked good in the front office. You understand what I'm saying with the undrafted thing, which is, we see it in corporate America. We see it everywhere where it's like people want to bring in their people. They want the ego gratification of them succeeding with their people.
Right.
People would rather be wrong with their own people than right with someone else's. If that makes any sense. Anyway, Cincinnati, -6 at Cleveland. Speaking of the Browns.
This one has kind of been on the move today. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just checking because I did flash on a couple. I guess mainly everybody's going to 6 now. There were some 5.5s.
I'm not touching this.
There is one 5.5 out there. I'm not touching it at all. If anything, it would be this, and this is not a Cincinnati Week 1 thing. If anything, it would be Browns plus the points for similar reasons why I brought up with the Giants against Commanders. Yeah,
both division games.
Division,
all right, here's
defense.
my first contest play, and I believe all my contest plays will be bets, as always, right? But I believe this is my first one. Pittsburgh -3 at the Jets. I don't know if Cam Hayward will be there. Cam Hayward is still not signed, right?
Dude, it's incredible.
And he's one that nobody talks about.
It's like 5 of these guys.
He's amazing. I think Pittsburgh's better than most people think they are. Right? I had my 1 year where I went against Tomlin. This is not that year in terms of season win total. I think the Jets are not good at football. I like the Steelers here. That's a play for me.
Aaron Rodgers' revenge game. You have fun. I will be staying away from this.
Isn't it interesting? I didn't even think about that. Arizona -6 at New Orleans. A lot of love for the Cardinals. A lot of hate for those Saints.
Betted at 4.5 earlier in the year. We talked about it on the show. Cardinals. Look, even at current number, I might be laying 6 in the contest with the Cardinals, and they will definitely be top of the list survivor consideration.
Not touching. Maybe survivor thought, maybe not. Tampa Bay -2.5 at Atlanta. It's a play on Atlanta for me. Contest play and a bet.
Ooh, heads up. I just bet this yesterday. I just bet Bucs money line yesterday.
I don't understand what I consider to be a little too much over the top love for the Bucs and a little too much dislike for the Falcons.
Yeah, I think it could be tight. I think Falcons rolling in with some of these offensive line injuries into the season is not ideal for where they want to be at. Right tackle up in the air. Obviously, that's the blind side for Penix here early in the season. So, yeah, I did bet the Bucs yesterday.
Here's a game on the Megapod, which, by the way, begins next Thursday. We ask a question at the end, which is the game you want no part of. This is up for consideration for that question as the answer to that. Miami at Indianapolis. Colts favored by 1.5.
What was the...
Good luck, everybody.
I think Fezzik said it like 2 months ago, just like that this was going to bounce around the pick'em so you could just pick up plus prices. Great for you if you did that. I did not. I'm with you, Gil. I cannot imagine I will be on this game one way or the other.
All right, one more here. Raiders at the Patriots. Patriots favored by 3.
Oh, complete and absolute pass.
Carolina at Jacksonville. Jaguars favored by 3. Isn't that short to you based on the off-season hype of Jacksonville and people who still don't like Panthers?
Well, I would say there's been just as much off-season hype around the Panthers.
Okay.
That's what I would say. For me, it's a big old pass.
That's a big old pass for me. All right, here's where we get into Survivor. Tennessee at Denver. Broncos are favored by 7.5. Obviously going to be the most popular Survivor. And for those who say, okay, well, in Survivor, you also don't want to be on the most popular, I would just counter the counter by saying it's a rookie quarterback in his first game in elevation against a Broncos defense. You probably want to fade Cam Ward early.
Yep.
And so it's just, it's going to be at least a couple of my entries, maybe not all, but at least a couple of my entries. And honestly, Kelly, I think I'm laying the points too.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a contest play. What was the stat I gave from Tanner from Dr. Bob?
I hate it, bro.
What was it, 42-10? I forgot what the number is. No, that's not correct. Broncos' first 2 weeks in elevation, it's like 42-10 straight up or something like that, and it's even better against the spread. I don't have that number. It's not 42-10. I messed up the exact, but it's like 40-something and very little.
What about in altitude?
That's 0-0.
Yeah.
That's 0-0.
Look, this is, like you said, it's going to be by far the most selected Survivor entry. I get it. I think the other side of this, like, just to give another reason, is there a chance in your mind that maybe Bo Nix doesn't look, maybe he has a sophomore slump
that
possibly?
That was pointed out on Twitter earlier by somebody.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But, like, still, my point is, like, maybe you don't feel as good about this Broncos team 6 weeks down the line as you do going into the season and take advantage of the rookie quarterback while you know you have at least a good defense is out there.
I'm just telling you, I'm looking for 5 contest picks. This is one of them, and I think I'm betting it, and it's probably going to be Survivor. San Francisco at Seattle. San Francisco -2.5 at Seattle.
I bet this.
Interesting.
About a month ago? Mr. Stephen Fezzik was on the show, pointed out he thought this was going to run San Francisco's way, so I bet
contest play.
San Francisco.
Yeah. So I got 4.
Probably me too.
4 contest plays and 4 bets. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, San Francisco, and Denver. but I can't come up with a fifth. Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay's favored by 1.5. We're going to talk NFC North a little later, too. This is the most confusing division top to bottom for me.
There's a couple fascinating divisions this year.
This one is because for every good thing you can say, and we'll go through these later, for every good thing you can say about one of these teams, you can also quickly after the comma say something bad about
100%.
them. So and it applies to all 4 teams in the division.
You know the one real quick that I'm starting to lose my mind about? This is more the national non-betting media, where they're starting to talk betting things, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's how is the Vikings win total this low? They won 14 games a year ago. I'm like, what? Seriously? It's the easiest answer on the planet. It's a different quarterback.
Well, not only that, the 14 was the biggest. I mean, they had a ridiculous.
Such overachievers, yes.
Such overachievers, historically overachieving. Their record in one score games was ridiculous. Like everything about it.
No, I know, but yeah. There was an obvious major change with the team.
Yes, and then there's that.
There's that.
Houston at the Rams. Rams favored by 2.5. God, I want no part of that.
Oh, I am waiting to see. I totally would have said the same thing if we did this a week ago. I kind of was watching that line. I mean, okay, if the Stafford stuff lingers a little bit here, if we think there's anything, if this hits 3, I think I'm in on the Texans. And you know me, I'm a little high on the Rams this year. I'm a little high on both these teams.
This is the straight up. I just want to sit back and watch.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game.
I just want to watch these two teams. I don't want to be involved in it quite yet.
I have high expectations for both, so I'm with you. I'm very interested to see what these two teams look like.
And then the week finishes with 2 1.5 point spreads. At least currently, that's what the number is. 2 very different levels of competition, though. Baltimore at Buffalo. Bills favored by 1.5. Huge week 1 game. And then Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota favored by 1.5 on the road.
Yeah, I don't think either one will have a bet in, Gil. Lean a little bit to that. Man, it's high. I know it's 51, 52 already, but lean a little bit to the over in that Ravens-Bills game. But I have, Bills futures I will be rooting for all season, so this is one I have no problem not playing this game and just rooting for the Bills side.
Yeah.
I'm going to play them. I haven't made this bet yet, but one of the last ones I know I'm going to add is Bills' last undefeated team. So I will play that. This is their biggest matchup for the first 8 weeks, or the biggest matchup of the season, honestly.
Yeah. So I have 4 contest picks, four bets. Contest picks are bets, and then I only know that some of my survivors, a couple of them, will be on Denver. I do not know what the other survivors are going to be, and I think I'll have 6 total.
Bills will probably be a millions play for me.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at 0 cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.